Okay, so I know it's been almost a year and a half, and I know this isn't one of the reviews I promised way back when, but I wanted to give you guys something for the holidays and to prove that I haven't really given up entirely on making reviews. Plus, I do want to continue on working on the ones I promised, but for now, I thought I'd do a little quick review of an anime film that most anime fans a generation before me wanted me to watch, Galaxy Express 39. And who knows, maybe making this review would actually get the momentum going. I can actually put more reviews out again in the future. Now, even though it's spelled out like Galaxy Express 999, it's actually pronounced as Galaxy Express 39 throughout the movie. And it's a sci-fi space opera film adaptation of a manga series that was also a TV series that was released by Toei Animation, and the film itself was made in 1979. The story is about a 10-year-old named Tetsuro Hoshino who wishes to have a mechanical body as not only a means to live forever, but to have the power to kill Count Mecha, a human hunter that was responsible for killing Tetsuro's mother. Now, during his time in Megalopolis City, he encounters a young, beautiful, mysterious woman named Maytel, who has the spitting image of his mother. Maytel promises Tetsuro a ticket for the Galaxy Express 39, a space locomotive that only arrives to Earth around once a year, which makes a trip all the way to the Andromeda Galaxy and back to Earth. The GE39 takes stops at several places like Titan. Another example is Pluto. They call it a planet, but that's because this was made in the 1970s before scientists said it wasn't a planet. And, there are not that many trips, but each location had a very unique, beautiful design to them. Some of them, there was even this one planet that looked like an old Wild Wild West location that's, would remind people something of Trigun. The movie is actually part of the Leijiverse, a shared sci-fi space opera universe named after the series creator Leiji Matsumoto. And as such, other characters from his works including Lady Almoradas and Captain Harlock make appearances in this film. And I happen to love this film a lot. It's my first full exposure to the Leijiverse, believe it or not. I was aware of it, I just never checked anything out of it, even though I had many opportunities to do so. The only thing I could say is that before this, I saw Interstellar 4-5, or most of it when it was airing on Toonami, their Midnight Run Special Edition, where they showed off music videos. But after seeing this film, I definitely wanted to check out what else the series has. Now, the plot kind of starts out as an adventure with a revenge flick, but it also delves heavily into cyberpunk as well. But to avoid spoilers, I won't explain how in detail, but it is very important to Tetsuro's character arc. And there are a couple twists that are revealed at the last act of this 2-hour film that reveals everything about the mysterious Maytel. So, it should keep you entertained from start to finish in this film. I mean, there are a couple action scenes, but most of them center around Western-style shootouts. Not a whole lot of space battles, believe it or not. And I do love the fact that the GE39, it just looks like a regular locomotive train. It doesn't have a fancy spaceship design to it at all. In fact, when it gets off the planet, it runs on a railroad track, and it just goes off on the and when it gets into space, it launches off like a fucking ramp where the railroad tracks end. And whenever they get to another planet, they just land on another set of railroad tracks. So I love how old-fashioned it looked, even though it's supposed to be a futuristic space opera. But regardless, it was a pretty fun adventure film. Now, I said before, this was animated by Toei, and quality-wise, it feels more like something you would see from OVAs in the 80s and 90s, as opposed to how most anime films have been more fluid since Akira onwards, or a Miyazaki film. So, technically, it looks a little dated, but then again, so did Mystery of Mamos, and that didn't bother me much at all. Art-wise, the film looks beautiful, and Leiji has a pretty recognizable art style. If you look the way he designs young women, you would immediately say, yep, that's something that's his design, that's his style. Now, I'm not gonna lie, facial-wise, almost all the female characters could look the same if it weren't for their eyes and hair. They all almost have the same shaped face. every other character, whether it be a male, kid, adult, they all look very diversified in design, and some of them look more cartoonish than others. And I know I'm talking about an anime film here, but what I mean is they look a little more sillier in design, such as the little orphan kids that was on Planet Titan. And sometimes Tetsuro's eyes would like change from how far apart they are from each other. Sometimes they'd be really close, but whenever he's in a serious mood or something, he almost kind of looks like a Captain Harlock Jr. But that really didn't bother me all that much. I really do love the art style, and there are some weird, cool ship designs. Like you got to see the Queen Almoradas, which looks like a giant space blimp with a old-timey pirate ship under it. And there were some interesting looking robot designs. Like there's this one character named Claire who's just made out of entirely of glass. And Pluto was probably my favorite planet setting wise, because the whole floor looked like an ice rink, and they go to this weird cemetery place where there's nothing but human bodies buried at the bottom. And those bodies belong to people who gave up their humanity to become cyborgs. As for the dub of Galaxy Express 39, the performances feel a little low-key to me. They don't sound as fully emotional, even though they tried to be. I mean, you hear them shouting, but it sounds like they were trying to shout not hard enough to break microphones or something. And then there are a few, performances. Like I said, it feels like they were trying, but it feels dated in style almost. However, I will compliment the voice actor for Count Mecha. He, even though he did not have a lot of screen time for supposedly being the main antagonist in this film, he had a few, he just sounded like a very menacing villain, and he even had like a funny, for me it was Tuesday moment too at near the end of the film. So I'll give credit there. As for the music, nothing really stuck out all that much for me except for the main theme, and that itself was weird because this is a DVD that was licensed, that I picked up from Discotheque Media. That's the version I have with me physically. And I don't know, there might have been a remastering issue or something, but the DVD sound, the quality of the main theme song did not sound consistent with the rest of the soundtrack for this movie. I don't know if that was something that was common before with releases prior, or just specifically this one. But it sounded like it was playing off of a cassette player instead of, high quality like it was playing through the rest of the film. Overall, I can't compare it to the Galaxy Express 39 TV series, but the film itself, it's a 2-hour fun space adventure, and I still recommend it for the hardcore sci-fi anime fans. Because of this, hopefully this does pique my interest in checking out the other series as well to the fullest extent, including Captain Harlock and Queen Almoradas, and everything else in between. I don't know what else is there in that part of the universe. I also have Galaxy Railways on DVD. I might check that out in the future as well. Well, that's all I have for my review. Hopefully this keeps the juices flowing, and it will further encourage me to actually do those reviews I promised way back when and actually get them out. A lot of things have been holding me back from actually doing those videos. I may explain in another vlog or something, but I hope you guys enjoyed what I have to hear, what I have to say about this movie. That's all I have. This is Darkscream 217 signing out. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, and hopefully have a fun holiday this season. Peace.